Hey guys, Avatar Kyrios here. If you guys can't tell, I'm actually recording this from my hotel room. But you know, I like to still do videos while I'm on vacation. But this is a video I'm very heated about, and a video I think we need to talk about. There's been a lot of changes to the shop with the new modules, the new packages, the new differences between the CN and the global. So this is going to be me just jumping back and forth, talking about those systematically. I'll jump on our CN account, I'll jump on our global account. I can't really edit it very well, so just follow along with me. Check the chapters down below, and this is probably going to get me a little bit heated. So without further ado, if you guys can, hit that like and subscribe, and let's go ahead and kick off the video. All right, so we're in the new shop here, and this is the hot portion of the shop, not the new packages of the shop, but there's a lot of new things in this shop here, right? We have the new boosters that you can buy. 20 limit, you have the new modules we can buy, and that's kind of what I want to start with. We will talk about these appointed research kits, and we will talk about that rookie growth pack, but I want to talk about these advancement modules and how I do not agree with the fact that they put them here. The fact that you have to buy 100 black crystals worth of advancement modules here, and what is this, 200, so it's 300 black crystals. What I really don't like about this is that it just doesn't jive with our global community. Now, I know we are on a slower progression than the CN, but in the CN, you do not have to pay currency to buy these advancement modules. So let me jump over there real quick, and I will show you what I mean. All right, so we're over on our CN account now. And the one thing I want to point out is that we are in the shop, and I'm in the hot section, just like before. Now, the one thing I do want to point out is that you can't buy those modules, and you can't buy those boosters with black crystals. And there's a good reason for that. Now, once again, I know I know CN and global are different, but in the CN, if I wanted to blast out 87 modules right now, I could blast out 87 modules because I have 8,700 blue dust. Now, do I think they should probably allow that unlimitedly? I'd like to say yes, in my opinion, because I'm just sitting on blue dust like no other. But, or you know, maybe this money option would be really nice, especially for my free-to-play. But this is really just showing that they don't have the user's best interest at heart. They've been listening to the community saying, hey, I heard that you guys don't have enough modules because maybe you're not placing that high in bygones and stuff like that. Hey, we can add this to the shop where you get a little extra modules and a little extra boosters by spending some black currency or black crystals, and you shouldn't have to do that, right? What they should have done is that instead of having like a 2 limit on this a week and a 20 or 40 limit on the boosters a week, they should have doubled or tripled it. That would have been really reaching out to the community, where the community is hurting, especially free to play, that can't go up against whales and dolphins and bygones. They're just not getting a whole lot of advancement materials, and that would have been the nice thing to do. So I think them putting that in the currency shop was a pretty egregious move, and a move that I am not 100% happy about. Now, let's talk about that rookie pack. You can see that the rookie pack in CN is not here. So I'm going to jump back to our global account so we can talk about the rookie pack. Okay, so let's talk about this rookie pack. Now, this rookie pack essentially costs like $30, right? Somewhere around there, $33, $28, somewhere where that tamium comes out. And you might initially look at it and be like, oh man, this is a pretty good deal, right? I get 10 gold nucleuses, I get 10 proofs of purchases, I get some gold, I get some advancement modules. Now, there is a level 30, 40, 50, 60 pack, or there's like 3 or 4 packs there. So if you're like level 70, you get all of them. But you don't get gold nucleuses, and you don't get proofs of purchases every single level. You essentially, I'm just going to kind of rattle them off here. You essentially get those 10 I just listed. You get a total of about 80 boosters, right? So you can see 20 boosters there. Over the course of 4 packages, you get 80 boosters. You get about 18 advancement modules. And then instead of them giving you more summons, they start just giving you gold gear and a few other things, some additional gold and some upgrade materials. But this is not a rookie pack. This is not a new player pack, in all honesty, because I mean, upgrading your gear, I mean, most people are in the 30s, right? 30s or 40s. They may have a piece of gear that's level 30. 18 advancement modules is essentially one upgrade to get past 35, right? So because that usually takes about 17 modules. So this isn't really a rookie pack. This is more of a dolphin whale pack for one level 35 upgrade. I mean, the 80 booster modules, even after level 35, would only take you like to level 37. Now, I'm not on my my big boy account, but I mean, even taking my gloves right here, if I was to enhance those, I guess that's a bad example because they're not capped out. I mean, even looking at the pants, right? So that'd be 4 right there. So what it would do is essentially it would almost bring all your gear up by 1 tier, right? So it might bring you all of them to 10. It might bring it all the way to 5, but that's really not making or breaking you. And this pack really does not help you. This pack really doesn't help you. So I don't know what they were thinking with this pack, and I don't advertise anyone buys that pack. Now, the appointment research kits, I do want to talk about that just slightly real quick. Now, you can spend a ton of money buying this stuff to essentially advance your advancement research. Now, I know I haven't done a video on advancement research. It's coming. I've been out of town. This is hard for me to do videos while I'm mobile. But it essentially allows any whale or dolphin to spend unlimited amounts in order to advance your advancement guy right here. If you guys didn't know, if you get to the S ranks, you only get so many lost techs for free, and you only get so many lost data modules for free before you have to start buying them. The spines and everything else can be farmed, but this is how whales and dolphins have been buying a ton of goggles. And in all honesty, it has just been a giant milk fest because no one should really do this. Even myself, as being a medium or a pretty decent spender, I can't even bring myself to buy this stuff. It just comes out as soon as you start. I mean, even to get to that S rank from 0, right? You'll end up spending about 5,000 dark crystals, 4,000 dark crystals, 3,000, somewhere around there. But you can spend as much as you want. I've seen people spend 25,000 dark crystals to try and get the pair of goggles that they want, and they did that for a reason. Now, I know these are actually in the CN, and you can buy that. But in the CN, you could actually get the goggles in the Spacetime store. So we are missing a pretty critical piece of gear here. Now, they did do something nice and add advancement modules, but you should probably be buying these advancement modules every single week and these booster modules every single week. And they added data repeaters here. So that was a nice breath of life. I don't want to say that this was a bad change. This was actually a good change. But the fact that we don't have goggles there, it's like a 50-50 change. Like, it's like, you know, they should have put goggles here because you're sitting on a lot of shards, especially if you've done the Twilight Zone, which was designed to have 2 pieces of gear here. So just talking about the Spacetime store, I like what they've done, and I don't like what they've done at the same time. It's going to be a very slow grind, but getting those data repeaters is a really nice functionality to that. So let's get to the point of the video that everyone is super excited about, which took me 9 minutes to get here. Let's talk about these limited packages. Now, I'm not going to talk about the other limited packages. I already have a video for that. The link to this video will be in the description on the value of, say this package, if this value is really good. But I do want to compare the CN packages and the global packages. So first up, I do want to talk about these weekly packages. These weekly packages are literally an insult to everyone. If you look at the second package, right, it's essentially, what does that come out to? Every 300 tanium is about $5. That comes out to about $15. You get a third of that back in dark crystals. You get these weapon boxes that do not matter. You get these weapon boxes that do not matter. You get 50,000 gold, which is like a single upgrade. 300 crystal chunks, which you should be swimming. If you're even able to upgrade your gear, you're probably swimming in gear anyways, because we're getting to the point that we start gear farming again, that these crystals really are not the biggest upgrade. Elemental ores, like this might be useful at times. And then the only thing nice about this is the singular module and the 10 boosters. But that goes right back into my point of that they should have just added the advancement modules In the booster modules, the limit in the actual store, or the actual the blue dust store and the purple dust store, where we don't have to actually spend money. It's not a breath of life. This is not doing us a favor. This is actually just really an insult. And the only people I can see probably buying this is whales, because whales buy everything, right? Now, the other package I do want to talk about is this one right here. And this one is also an insult. Now, what I do want to say is that at some point, whether you're even free to play or a light spender or a medium spender, proof of purchases become null and void, because the only two that are very sustainable are trying to get a 2-piece Crow and a 2-piece Samir broken, a 3-star broken. So will that help accelerate you to be able to do that? Probably. But is that something that's really going to make or break you? No, because as long as you have 2-piece Samir and 2-piece Crow, you're probably in a very good spot. Now, the thing that you really want are these special vouchers, but not for $20 or for around $30, right? That's just not even a good deal. Like, so let's say if we took the proof of purchases out of here and you bought this for 3 weeks in a row, that's only 30 summons. That's that you get 60 summons here. Yeah, it's only 20 special vouchers, but for almost the same price, you get 60, and it's just, the math just doesn't make sense. Like, they think that proof of purchases are such a good deal, and they're not. And the reason why I want to bring this up a little bit more is let me jump on over to the CN account, and then we'll just look at some of the packages. They're just way better. So let me jump on over there. I'll be right back. All right, so we're back over on our CN account. Now, one thing I do quickly want to point out is that I just want to look quickly at the Battle Pass. I know this has been talked about a ton, and we can just see what the differences here are in this Battle Pass. You can see that you get special vouchers on the normal. You get red nucleus here. You get more red nucleuses on the premium pass. And the fact that, whoops. All right, sorry about it. In the fact that you just get so much more for your bang for your buck. Look at this. You get almost triple the amount of awards and money as you go up the Battle Pass. This Battle Pass is not one-to-one. I've already done a complete review in this Battle Pass, so I don't want to talk in complete detail on it. But it is just, you get astronomical more materials here than you typically get in the other. Now, let's go to what everyone wants to talk about are these packages. Now, I do want to state this. Yes, there's some people out there that are like, hey, Kyrios, CN, and Global are not the same. You shouldn't be really comparing them. They are not the same. And what I would say to that is that you're half right. The CN and Global characters and matrices, or at least from a CS perspective, are the same. If you were to have a 6-star on, one singular 6-star on the CN and one singular 6-star on the Global, you're essentially getting the same amount of CS. And that's the same with the matrices. Whether the matrices and the characters are balanced or whether they're not balanced. Now, the one thing I will say is that our gear is different. Our gear progression is different. So the one thing I'm not really going to look at in complete detail are some of these gear packages. Are the gear packages pretty dang good for a medium spender or for a big spender? They are. But what we're really going to talk about are these summons. Now, what I do want to point out is that you get this 10 cents summon every single time there's a major patch. You can see here there's 16 days left. I'm fairly sure every free-to-play, yes, I know you're free-to-play, but I think you could find a dime in your couch somewhere. That would be a nice breath of life. I mean, it's just a nice feature, right, to get for literally 10 cents on the dollar, right? Now, the other thing I do want to point out is that every single time there's a major update as well, you do get these great packages. Look at this. This one's for $15. And this package almost trumps our $99 package. Like, that's crazy to me. That's crazy. And now I know it's a one-time buy, but man, it's just way, way better. And then the other thing I would point out is that some of our packages in Global are actually pretty good, but they get some really nice deals as well, right? You can buy 10, instead of buying 10 for 1,500 Titanium, you can buy 20 of these essentially every rotation for 1,200. So you do get a little bit of a discount there. So the one thing I would point out is that some of our packages do compensate for these packages here, but it just doesn't. Some of these special packages, it just doesn't feel good to the global community when these aren't one-to-one. So some of our packages, I would say, are pretty good, that are pretty comparable, and I'll do a complete a rework in my video about it. But what I do like is that, you know, sometimes you don't want to summon anymore. So the breakdown here, where you can just get the discount on your special vouchers, is what you're looking for. You can do that if you want to. Now, the last final thing I do want to talk about, which gets me pretty dang heated on this global versus CN, is that every single time there's a major patch in the CN, you can see here, this is a patch that's running for essentially 6 weeks. Now, this probably looks very familiar, where we get the red nucleuses, we get everything like that. And you can see I got about 10 of them. I think that's how, it's hard to see the number, but I think I got about 10 of them. But you'll see that we now get this package over here, but it'll look a lot different, right? It looks a lot different than the one we get. We only get one red nucleus. The one thing that the CN has gotten since the dawn of time, since 1.0 or 1.5 or wherever you want to count it, I think it started at 1.2 technically. Every single time there's a major patch, they gave you 1,000 dark crystals. Every single patch. So that is, in my opinion, that's a pretty big slap in the face to me. The fact that we can't get, you know, some of those, we should have. If you just do the math on it, on the major patches, and then it doesn't even count acceleration too, right? We've been accelerated. If you were to count us going from 1.2, which is what we technically did, Artificial Island was 1.5, right? And then we went to 2.0 and then 2.1, and there's some mini patches in there that we missed along the way. But I mean, the global community has probably been missing on 4, 5, 6, 7,000 dark crystals that you should have been able to get for free, which is essentially half a pity. So as a free to play, definitely very hurting there. So, guys, that's all I really got. That was me just rambling. This is me talking about the packages. Now, the one thing I would say is that at least they should try and meet us a little bit more halfway and give us those celebration packages. Give us the comparable packages when there's a celebration. Give us the same battle pass. Give us the same quality of life of modules and stuff like that. So there's a lot of good changes they can make. I just feel like, you know, they're making changes to make a little bit more money, which, I mean, at the end of the day, they are a business, but you got to have the faith of the community. And I think that to 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿 and to the publishers of Tower of Fantasy, if you were to give us really comparable packages, you would probably see people spend more money than they are right now, because they feel like they're getting a deal. But that's just me. So guys, let me know in the comments down below if you enjoyed the video. I'm sorry if it was a little rough and uncut here. I do appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys on the next video, and you can't see me, but fist bump from me to you.